nigga. I want to know if you ready to do this shit.
We want it to be real.
Turn that motherfucking shit down.
The reaction was what we wanted to be. We had more white people walk up to us genuinely when I never understood why those kids did what they did until I saw this movie. We grew up in Detroit, Michigan, all the way up to 9. 1980, came to a place called Pomona, California. It's a little city about 35, 40 miles outside of downtown Los Angeles, yeah. Our interest in movies first came from things like Superman and Indiana Jones, the popcorn movies. And we were fascinated with the making of movies. The one that really changed it for us is what changed it for a lot of people, which was Scarface. And that was the first time where cinema...
And so I got a job producing a music video, and that's where I met the Hughes Brothers, who were directing it. It was the music video to Brenda's Got a Baby.
I'm pregnant.
What? And as we went along on the project, I would talk to them, and I said, well, what's your ambition? What do you want to do? Yeah, you guys want to do commercials, music videos? That's it? And they're like, no, we want to be filmmakers. We want to make movies. And they said, well, we're developing a script with a friend of ours now. And it was Menace II Society, and they started telling me about it, and it sounded really intriguing. And I read it, and it shocked me.
Darren Scott had given it to New Line, so Bob Shea had put the script on Weekend Read, which meant we would probably get an answer on Monday on whether or not they're going to do the movie.
And after he read it, I called, and and I didn't know what's his reaction, And so I asked, and they said, Bob cried. And I was like, oh. Well, I guess we got a movie then.
Y'all niggas hurry up, go in there.
Larenz Tate, who plays O-Dog, the badass in the movie, it was amazing because we don't go for cliches, but at the time we thought we're gonna get this big, black, buff guy, got lacerations in his face and ashy knuckles, and he's gonna play O-Dog. And so we were interviewing a lot of people for O-Dog, and we couldn't find him. And finally we told our casting director to bring in the tape of the rejects. And the first reject was this kid came in right out of Disney Casting 101.
I had this sort of Disney look, this really fresh, young kid look. But I'm originally from Chicago. So my interpretation of the guy was based on some guys that I had seen in Chicago. Oh, shit. And I said, the odds are against me. So I gotta flip this. I have to really go in there and knock it out. Oh!
And he got down, started playing a dice game and ad-libbing. And it was like, oh shit, like right away you recognize, like this is crazy because this kid was so spot on in his mannerisms, body language, lingo, everything.
What you say about my mama?
He nailed it, there's no way anybody that's even come close to this.
Shit, nigga, I smoke anybody, nigga. I just don't give a fuck.
Just hit us in the head, we go, this is even scarier. This charming looking kid oozing all this evil.
Fuck.
Come into Audition, because I think she was hesitant, as a lot of people were, who were trying to do something legitimate in this business, because it wasn't looked at as a legitimate project at the time. So she came in to meet with us, and somehow we convinced her to read a little bit.
Watching Jada Pinkett read Ronnie was probably the strangest thing. All of a sudden you're watching someone bring a character to life.
Why are you tripping? You ain't doing jack shit here. King, why don't you just come with me?
And on the spot, we knew that she was the one for the role.
Fuck Purnell, because you don't owe him shit.
Security guy. And he did a great job. And at the end of it, he came up to us, and the guy was practically in tears. Because he was like, nobody ever gave me a chance to do anything like this before.
They were very appreciative of us coming down there and not condescending them. So we gleaned a lot of real stuff from them, or listening to them, or just having them around.
Don't worry about shit. I'ma handle this nigga for you.
People were coming up to us as actors thinking we were from Grape Street.
It scored like bananas, and it was really loud, and people were very involved.
It was like a prize fight. Everybody was jumping up and down with excitement and like they were watching a boxing match.
And when the lights went up, there was like 20 gang members down in the front row weeping their eyes out. And the cards came back, and I think it was 97%, which is unheard of.
Hey, this for the homies who ain't here.
Going to Cannes was great. We were part of the director's fortnight.
We didn't know what to expect. It was like 8 hours a day of interviews back to back to back to back to back. We didn't have time to even think. We weren't prepared for it, and basically had to get like B12 shots by the end of the second day because we were so
fried. The Cannes experience was our first taste of pseudo-celebrity. There was a moment where we were walking down the street and Ebert walked up and started talking to us about our movie. And there would be these kids that would come up and go, Larenz Hughes, and we would be signing these 8x9 pictures they had of us out there.
When the film was over, it got a standing ovation, and we were all called to the stage. And we stood on stage, and there's just this wall of people going crazy and clapping and screaming and hollering. And standing on stage with that in front of that wall of people, I said to myself, this is the closest I'll ever get to feeling like a rock star right now.
The Hughes Brothers and I wanted to make a film that you either love it or you hate it. And if you love it, great. But if you hate it, I'm perfectly okay with that, because that's a very powerful emotion. Rather make a movie that you love or hate than you don't really remember, 2 weeks later or a month later or whatever.
Quote is, if you hate black people, this movie will make you hate them more. But it basically meant if you're just a dumbass hick that already hates black people, this ain't gonna make you love black people.
It was a big hit. We did the film for about $3 million, and it grossed almost $30 million.
Bingo.
They did a survey. In all the inner cities, we were beating Jurassic Park that summer.
It was only on about 700 or 800 screens, and that movie just played and played and played and played.
The reaction was scary. It was scary to me because people loved it. People were standing up in some theaters.
You had people talking back to the screen, and I'm not suggesting all brothers and sisters talk back to the screen, but on Menace, you're damn right we gotta talk back to the screen.
I remember going to the movie theater and watching, grown men, grown thug, rough, crying at the film.
Get some fucking help!